What does it truly mean to talk to a woman and dominate her mind? Not like a desperate man, constantly chasing attention, begging to be liked, or performing to impress. Not like someone weak and unsure, hoping for validation. Most men fail because they speak from need. They want attention, they want approval, they want her to like them. And in the process, without realizing it, they put themselves beneath her. Then they wonder why no one takes them seriously, why attraction never sparks, why they remain invisible while other men succeed effortlessly. Desire is not born from comfort. Women do not fall for men they can fully control. Men whose words, tone, and energy scream obedience or predictability. Most men destroy attraction before it even begins. They overcompliment. They over-explain. They laugh nervously. They try to impress. Every subtle act whispers, "I need you more than you need me." Desire dies instantly when predictability reigns. She cannot crave what she already owns. Comfort is forgettable. Tension, mystery, unpredictability, these are the forces that ignite attention. These are the forces that make her linger on a man long after he leaves the room. The man who awakens desire is different. He is calm, deliberate, untouchable. He does not overreact to moods. He does not rush to fill silence. He does not seek validation. He moves according to his own logic, not hers. He is not impressed by beauty. He does not over-explain or over-perform. His presence is magnetic because it communicates one simple truth: I am enough. His energy alone dominates her subconscious. She cannot predict him. She cannot control him. That confusion sparks desire. Humans notice anomalies. Women notice them even more. A man who does not rush to fill silence, who remains calm under tests, who seems present yet independent, becomes unforgettable. He becomes the puzzle she cannot solve. In that mystery, desire is born. Most men never realize this. They enter interactions as emotional servants, silently asking for attention and approval. Every sentence, every action communicates weakness. Women do not desire children. They desire men who exist fully in themselves, men whose world does not rely on their validation. To dominate her mind, you must stop existing for her approval and start existing for your... Speaking to a woman is not about clever lines, jokes, or compliments. It is about energy, tone, rhythm, and deliberate control. Her subconscious is always scanning for weakness. If she senses neediness, anxiety, or eagerness, she discards you. But calm, measured presence activates her mind. She begins to wonder. She asks herself questions about your intentions, about your energy, about why you do not react like other men. That curiosity is desire. That tension keeps her lingering mentally, even when you are gone. Silence is a weapon. Most men fear it and rush to fill pauses with words, explanations, or reassurance. The Machiavellian man uses controlled silence to activate her imagination. A carefully chosen, unfinished statement can trigger an entire narrative in her mind. She imagines your thoughts, motives, and desires. She begins to replay your words, analyze your pauses, and invest mental energy in decoding you. Desire, once planted in the subconscious, grows silently and powerfully. Absence amplifies attraction. Leaving her with unanswered questions without explanation creates psychological gravity. Disappearing strategically allows her mind to replay moments, fill in gaps, and engage emotionally. When you return, do so with short, mysterious sparks like, "Heard a song, made me think of you," or "Had a strange dream, not sure if I should tell you." No apologies, no chasing. Your absence has seeded desire, and your return reinforces it effortlessly. Every interaction, every word, pause, glance is a silent battle of energy. The man who seeks approval loses before he even begins. The man who acts from calm authority and moves with presence wins before she even realizes it. You do not need to perform, over-explain, or chase. Real influence is subtle. Real obsession grows in absence. Your words matter less than your tone. Pauses matter more than explanations. Calm presence outweighs nervous energy. Tension is more valuable than comfort. Ambiguity is more powerful than clarity. Stop giving her everything she wants. Leave questions unanswered. Control your availability. Speak slowly, deliberately, and with weight. Use glances and eye contact to communicate control. Avoid reacting to emotional triggers. Exist in your own frame. Make your world independent of her validation. When she senses you are enough, when she feels subtle tension radiating from you, when she cannot predict or control you, desire is inevitable. Every word, pause, glance, and moment of silence communicates far more than literal meaning. Her subconscious hears energy, intention, and presence far more clearly than her conscious mind hears sentences. Desire does not live in logic. It lives in tension, ambiguity, and unanswered questions. It lives in the space between what is said and what is left unsaid. When you master energy, tension, presence, and strategic ambiguity, you no longer chase attention. You become the attention. You do not beg for approval. You radiate enoughness. That radiance is addictive. She begins to chase your attention instead of you chasing hers. She invests mental energy in decoding your words, analyzing pauses, and imagining intentions. You are no longer just a man in her world. You are a presence in her subconscious. This is not about looks, wealth, or status. You only need to master energy, tension, presence, and strategic ambiguity. When done consistently, she will remember not your words, but how you made her feel. She will remember the tension, the curiosity, the intrigue. She will think about you long after the conversation ends. She will imagine you, replay interactions, and silently chase the mystery you have created. That is real power. That is the Machiavellian method. If you follow this path, understand the shift from need to power, from comfort to tension, from predictability to mystery. Write unstoppable for yourself. It is no longer about chasing approval. It is about speaking, acting, and existing with calm authority, magnetic presence, and lethal subtlety. It is about leaving impressions in minds long after you leave the room. It is about becoming unforgettable, untouchable, and desired without ever asking for it.